One of the key mistakes which everyone does when it comes to identifying with life is that they identify with their minds. When you identify with your mind, you are identifying with something which changes all the time. You're identifying with something which isn't you, right? And you may be asking, so what am I? If I'm not the thoughts that I have, if I'm not the emotions that I have, if I'm not the feelings that I have, what am I? You're simply the person that observes the feelings in the first place, right? Because I want you to beat this. A lot of people are living life through this sort of perspective where they think they are the mind and they are the body. I want to focus more on the mind, right? Because if you focus that you are the mind, what will happen is you would start to identify with the thoughts that you have. And when the thoughts that you have are negative, then you will start to get more negative sensations throughout your body. So in this way, the mind and the body are something which works symbiotically, right? The mind tells something to the body and the body reacts. For example, you get a fearful thought in your mind and your body starts to go into fight or flight. And so that's what I mean by when your body reacts, or your body kind of is in a symbiotic relationship, right? It could be the other way as well. Your body might be inflicted with pain, right? Physical pain. You might, let's say you're playing football, someone stomps on your toe and you get that pain. You feel the pain in your body, but then your mind tells you, oh yeah, we are in pain, right? And so that's basically what I mean by when I say your body and your mind work symbiotically. So when you identify with your mind and body, when you say I am the mind, I am the body, you are taking whatever the mind and body have onto you. When you know that you are merely the observer of your mind and body. The way you know you are the observer of your mind and body is the simple fact that you can see what thoughts you are having. You can see the simple sensations that you're feeling in the body. Do this for me right now, right? Simply witness your thoughts and simply witness what feelings or what sensations are going through your body. If you can feel certain things, that means that you are not that. And when you identify with something with like your mind or something like your body, you start to identify with what it tells you. Because you've got to realize a lot of people have a negative outlook on whatever they're going through. They have a negative outlook on their own lives. And when you identify with that negative outlook, you start seeing things, everything around you. Let's say everything around me. If I had a negative mindset, I would see everything around me in a negative way. I would see everything around me in more of a energy taking way rather than an energy giving way. What I mean by that is, whatever your perspective is, whatever your subjective perspective is, when you identify with that, you would start to think that you are that, when you are simply someone that observes that. I want you to know that when you have positive thoughts or negative thoughts, you are not those thoughts. You are simply someone that witnesses those thoughts, right? And when you identify with those thoughts, what happens is you start to attach the meanings that you place on that onto you. And when you place that meaning onto you, you start attracting similar situations depending on your thoughts and feelings about the things around you, right? If I think negative most of the time, what will happen? I will attract more negative scenarios to myself. If I start thinking, let's say this is a park, right? I just keep walking down there and I just think, oh yeah, someone's gonna come up to me and start punching me, or someone's gonna stab me. This is not a safe place. My body is going to react. First of all, my body's gonna react, right? It's gonna go into fight or flight, and I'm gonna be in this anxious state where I'm not gonna look like a normal person. I'm just gonna look like a frightened individual. When that happens, people can sense that energy around you, and you will start to attract scenarios where that stuff actually happens. Right as I was saying here, right, I was going to record a video right here, but then I saw like a lady walking her dog like over there, and she just came up to me, or her dog just walked over to me, and I started a conversation with her, and we just talked for like 20 minutes or something, but I don't even know. We were talking about like dogs and stuff, but that happened, right? We talked about dogs and how her dog is like old and stuff, and how I always wanted a dog as well. And so we talked about like dogs and stuff, and it was honestly a really nice conversation. The thing is, the reason why that conversation came about is because I was in such a good mood. That good mood impacted my body language, and that body language impacted the people around me, meaning that they would be more driven to come towards me and spark a conversation, because that's what happens when you have a higher vibration. People would like to talk to you, people would like to interact with you, right? And honestly, she was a nice lady, man. She was like, I don't know, maybe in her 50s or something. I don't want to make her too old, to be honest, but yeah. And yeah, it was very nice. But getting back to the topic, you need to understand that when you identify your being with your thoughts that are transient and your body that is transient, what will essentially happen is you would stay in this trapped zone, because you need to realize true freedom doesn't come from attaching with thoughts. True freedom doesn't come with thoughts itself. True freedom comes with the dissolution of thoughts. True freedom comes with identifying with something that observes your thoughts, right? True freedom comes from something which observes the thoughts. When you are in the mode of observation rather than judgment, because when let's say you're identifying with your thoughts, that will be more moments of you judging the thoughts you're having. For example, let's say I play football in this park and I just kind of miss a shot and I just sky it over the bar. I just sky it over the crossbar. I'm gonna think, yo, I'm such a shit player, man, and I will start identifying with the thought. And when I identify that I'm a shit player, I would play more shit, right? So by that definition, you need to understand that when I'm in the space of I observe the feeling that I think I'm a shit player, and instead of me judging that thought, I just let it be and I just observe it without me attaching any meaning to it. But what happens is I will not unconsciously internalize that thought and keep it with me, so that I will attract more scenarios like that. I will just look at it like an anomaly. Yeah, bro, I just skied the ball over the bar. Like, it just happens, innit? Shit happens, man. And so I'm gonna be cool. But you need to realize that you are someone that witnesses the thoughts. You are someone that witnesses the feelings that you have, rather than you actually being the feelings. Because if you become the feelings themselves, you won't live life how it's meant to be. You will just be living like a zombie. You will just be acting like how everyone else is living. Everyone else is attaching with their thoughts. Everyone else is attaching with their labels. That is why more people are more stuck in their heads and they don't see things from an outside perspective. When you see outside from a non-judgmental perspective, from a non-egotistical perspective, everything is just calm and bliss. But when you start to attach your own mind's limitations and meanings and beliefs and labels and stuff like that, you will start to diminish the quality of what you see around you, right? If you're in a bad mood, everything out behind you, like, it looks beautiful, it won't look as beautiful anymore, because you're projecting your own limitations. Oh, there's a black cloud, it's gonna rain soon. Like, you're gonna place your own limitations. So, oh, something happened to me, so I'm in this egotistical state, I can't enjoy nature anymore. You're gonna be in that zone. But when you just peep that you are someone that witnesses those thoughts and you are not those thoughts, everything else is just bliss. This is just nature. This is how it's meant to be enjoyed. All of this is meant to be enjoyed. It's not meant to be ignored, right? And so with that being said, I hope this video helped you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.